Several days after the United States deployed the USS Abraham Lincoln, the idea that the situation remains calm no longer holds. Iran is not idle. Iran is not waiting. Military alert levels have been raised. Certain assets have been repositioned. Defensive activity has increased across several strategic points. This is not a full mobilization, but it is also not routine. Iran is sending an initial signal this situation is being taken seriously, not as a trigger for immediate war, but as the opening phase of strategic pressure. And in modern conflict, the preparation phase often defines the outcome. Statements from Iranian officials have grown noticeably harsher. Condemnations of the United States are now delivered openly, with little diplomatic softening. This is not mere outrage. Within Iran's political system, public rhetoric is a state instrument. These messages are directed at three audiences: the United States, regional actors, and Iran's domestic public. Iran seeks to establish that any U.S. move is understood as a deliberate escalation, and that Iran's response will not be impulsive or improvised. Military readiness is often interpreted as a prelude to war. In Iranian doctrine, readiness is a form of strategic communication. Limited movement signals capability without triggering automatic retaliation. Iran is not pursuing rapid confrontation. Iran is constructing medium-term pressure. Each day without a strike forces the opposing side to remain on alert, and sustained alertness drains resources, logistics, and political focus. Iran is not exercising restraint out of weakness. Iran is choosing controlled escalation because it works. This approach allows Iran to demonstrate military readiness, intensify political pressure, without granting legitimacy to large-scale retaliation. This is pressure without gunfire. And pressure of this kind often shifts the burden of decision-making onto the opponent. The United States must now decide to sustain its presence longer or to accept greater escalation risk. Iran's drone deployments and missile readiness are not intended to generate headlines. They are designed to alter calculations. Iran does not require a single dramatic strike. Iran benefits from multiple plausible scenarios. Drones, missiles, and layered systems create uncertainty. And uncertainty forces opposing planners to reassess every operational assumption. In modern conflict, changing calculations often matters more than physical destruction. The public question persists. If Iran is ready, why has it not acted? Because the strategic gain has not yet materialized. As long as U.S. military presence imposes political, economic, and logistical costs, Iran maintains a relatively stable position. Acting too early would shift the global narrative. Delay provides Iran with time, flexibility, and leverage. In many conflicts, patience itself is a form of power. Iran's response is not centralized. Pressure is dispersed through regional readiness, security signaling, and relationships with regional actors. This approach generates strategic ambiguity, and ambiguity forces the opposing side to prepare across multiple fronts. It increases costs without a single shot being fired. Iran is not seeking a major war. Iran is testing limits, measuring how far the United States is willing to sustain pressure. If pressure eases, Iran achieves its objectives without conflict. If pressure intensifies, Iran is already positioned. This is not emotional posturing. It is calculation. This situation has not reached its peak, but this phase may be the most dangerous. When all sides are prepared, but none have yet decided, Iran has moved. The United States has demonstrated force. The central question is no longer whether conflict will occur. It is how decisions will be made under sustained pressure. At this moment, we need to think together. Not to follow headlines, but to understand patterns, strategies, and interests beneath them. If you find this kind of analysis valuable, your support truly matters. Subscribe to this channel, share the discussion, and leave a comment so we can continue examining global events with clarity and restraint. This content is created solely for educational and informational purposes. It is intended to provide insights based on verified data, credible sources, and careful analysis. Our goal is to foster a deeper understanding of modern military technology and current events, not to promote or endorse any form of conflict, propaganda, or political agenda. We strictly oppose the spread of misinformation and hoaxes. Every piece of information presented has been carefully sourced from reliable, publicly available references. We encourage viewers to approach the topic with critical thinking and respect for all sides involved, maintaining a focus on knowledge sharing and open discussion.